You're listening to Chicago Stories, a podcast from City Hall featuring the stories of everyday Chicagoans, as told to Mayor Emanuel.
This is Mayor Emanuel on Chicago Stories. We're joined by one of the great comedians here in Chicago, Erica Watson. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard you just won a big award.
I did. I won Best Actress in a Drama for a film that I'm in called BlacKorea. And I won it with the Windy City International Film Festival.
Did you ever think that was going to happen?
No.
What's the character you play?
I play a woman named Miss Pearl. The movie is based on my agent's life, actually. Her name is Patty Gill, and she is a biracial woman. Her mother's Korean, her dad is Black. And it's about her and her brother being abandoned by their mom and dropped off in Inglewood, Chicago to live this new life in Chicago. And I play the woman that takes them in and raises them. And she actually still lives in Inglewood to this day. So I'm playing a real person. So the pressure was on. You know, it's
Did
one
you
thing.
spend any time with her?
You know what? I did speak to her on the phone because I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want to imitate her. I just wanted to bring her spirit alive to life. And it worked, I guess. I won an award.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Where'd you study?
Well, okay, so I went to the University of Illinois down in Champaign for 4 years, ended up flunking out, and then I transferred to Columbia College Chicago, where I ended up getting my bachelor's and my master's degree.
When you make it big, you know where your alumni checks go.
I know, right, absolutely, to Columbia College.
Forget U of I, man.
Forget U of I.
Yeah.
But you know, when I was in college, I was so busy. You know, I majored in political science. But I really wanted to be a filmmaker and a director. So I spent my time.
Same.
Really? Yeah, well, they're kind of the same. Lots of drama. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I spent time outside of classes directing, writing plays, producing stuff. And I got so busy with that the schoolwork fell behind. But when I transferred to Columbia, I got to major in what I wanted to do. And that's why I always tell young people, follow your passion and your dream. You know, my parents figured I would have a career in politics, maybe be a lawyer.
We're going to get you your political career.
Oh, right, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Right, yeah. Now,
but, you know.
So tell me what's going on in the TV, film here in Chicago, but also, like, I'm, like, really hot into comedy.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we like Netflix all the time. I just saw the recent Dave Chappelle show.
Yes.
I love Ali Wong. I think she's,
Yes.
so who's, like, give me 5 comedians I got to know.
That you have to know.
Yeah,
okay.
Besides Erica Watson.
Besides me.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about some Chicagoans.
Yeah.
There's Marina Franklin, who is...
I got to write all these. I'm going to have to write them down or have somebody else write them down, okay?
Yes.
You think she's hot? She's somebody...
She's hot. She's a Chicago girl, born and raised here, but she's in New York doing her thing. And she was a mentor to me when I started, but she's hilarious.
She's doing stand-up?
She's doing stand-up. She'll probably have a special soon. But she's done all the major networks. And then there's Godfrey, another Chicago comedian. Both Marina and Godfrey both went to the University of Illinois as well. And Godfrey at one time...
Well, they missed out on Columbia, so...
Right, forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who else? Hannibal Buress. He's from Chicago.
Really?
Hannibal, he's like got a lot of national commercials and stuff now, you know. So yeah, he's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 3 for you.
Are they all doing stand-up?
They're all doing a stand-up. They're all people that I look to follow the trajectory of their careers. They started way before me because I've only been doing comedy about 10 years.
That's long.
For people in the industry, 20 years, 25 years is their, you know, the marker of being a real comedian. So I'm still a baby in some ways. Some ways.
In some way, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I did catch on Windy City Lives that you're announcing for mayor, and I thought that I should have at least one of my opponents on the podcast, and you were it.
Exactly. And see, that's what I love about you, that you're not afraid to.
No, we're going to talk the issues, man.
Yes.
So your whole thing, as I understand it, was if you're good looking and you're a thug on the street, you want the good looking ones to stay here so you could put your hands on them.
Yes, lay hands on them. Yes.
And if you're ugly, you're going to serve your
They're
time.
going to jail.
Right.
They're getting locked up. But the joke just came from the fact that so many of my friends and I, we're single. And I need to start hanging out with you because you're at all these political events. You know all the cool bachelors with money, probably.
You can be we'll give you a 24-hour wingman type job.
Only 24 hours?
Well, the amount of activity that I do, you'll definitely
That's going to wipe me out.
Yeah. Second is, I think you say mayor's body man. I think if you cannot, you get a business card. If you can't get a date out of
listen,
I'm not sure you're going to have to throw anybody in jail for that one.
That's true. So I can be the mayor's wing woman.
Yeah.
And that guarantees me, at least to me, some men with some jobs. Because I'm sure most of your friends have jobs.
Yeah.
They got jobs.
Right.
I'd rather work for you than run against you, honestly. Because I think you've done a great job, especially when it comes to film and television production here in Chicago. I don't necessarily can say that you single-handedly did it. I would say that.
Yeah, you can. Once you're my wing woman,
I have to say that.
You have to say single-handedly.
But it's because of you. I can't think of anyone else has ever been in your position here in Chicago that has really saw the importance.
There's only been 2 others, according to Chicago history.
Right. 2 other mayors. That is so hilarious.
No, but so you think it's added for the opportunities for actors and actresses throughout the city?
Listen,
talent.
The fact I have gotten roles on Chicago PD, Chicago Med, your favorite movie, Chirac, and Empire, that would be unheard of, to be living in Chicago, working as an actor, to get guest star or co-star roles on major network television shows. We would all have to go to New York or LA to have a career. You can live in Chicago now and have a television career. Yeah. And so I'm so appreciative to you for that.
I always tell people, they don't know this, ready? How many people you think work at this CineSpace location for all the TV and film going?
How many are there?
8,000. Wow. Doing all the stage sets, all the lighting, all the
Absolutely.
8,000. It's the largest film and television studio outside of LA.
That is crazy. 8,000 Chicagoans working who normally would not be able to work in that field here.
See, we're always like we're the storefront theater or stand-up comedy.
Absolutely.
You did some commercials, but film and television, you basically had to split it. Live and split, get out of here. And so you think you can now do the career?
Oh, absolutely. And now the next step now is getting some of the shows to trust the actors here enough to let us have series regular jobs, because they're still outsourcing the series regulars to folks that are acting in LA and New York, the main characters. So you can get a co-star, guest star role, maybe even a recurring, but to be a series regular, they typically cast out of New York and LA, because I think they just don't trust Chicago actors yet that we have the ability to do it. But we do. We are amazing actors. I would love to be able to say I get up every day and I'm a series regular on a network show.
What was the favorite character you played on one of those television shows or films? And then, what's the one character you would like to play that either has or has not been created?
Done. My favorite
besides the young Jewish mayor.
Exactly, I would love to play that role. I would love to play that role.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think when they do the story of your life, they should cast against type and cast me to play you. I can play.
I got an agent that can represent you.
Okay, yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, absolutely. But my favorite role was me playing a character called Miss Tiny on The Chi, this first season of The Chi on Showtime. And I loved it because, well, for one, the show was created by Lena Waithe, a Chicagoan.
I love her.
And she's brilliant. And to be a woman as young as her who is the creator of a drama on a premium cable network is unheard of. So, but I loved playing the role because I played a babysitter in the Inglewood community that takes care of all the children of the day-to-day hustler, drug dealers, whoever, that are trying to get out here and make a living but don't have anyone to help take care of their children. So I was a safe haven for the babies. And I love it because it also showed the humanity of those type of young men. The stereotype is that they're just out trying to damage their communities, but many of them don't have another way of life, so they turn to the streets. And some of them are raising their children. But what does a guy who's 19 years old that has a 2-year-old, doesn't know where his baby mama is and wants to make a living? Who does he turn to and what does he do? And Miss Tiny was there. The role I would love to play, this is bad.
It's okay.
But I would love to play like a madam or something a little naughty. I see the look on your face like, really? What is that? But something like...
You want to go from daycare... Well, okay, yeah, there's two sides to everything.
I know.
Yeah.
But I want to do something like 1920 Chicago speakeasies, brothel. Yes. So I want to provide services for, so all the gentlemen in Chicago have a
There's a common
day.
Theme coming here.
Yeah, make them all feel good. Yes.
I heard there's a character you played where you came up with this character.
Oh, in my one-woman show?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What's her name? I can't say. You can.
So, can I say it?
Sure.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want.
I want to say you can't say it.
I can't say it.
So my one-woman show is called Fat Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm sure you don't say bad words. You don't curse, do you?
Are you kidding? The only 4-letter word I have is jobs.
That's it. Well, okay, so
yeah.
But my show is really about stereotypes and the way people put people in boxes and perceive them to be just by the way they look. So when you see a girl like me, you may have assumptions. No one would think I'm, a classically trained pianist. I have a master's degree. With my show, it's about how you can also be a plus size girl, be big but invisible to the world still. So it's all about perceptions. But in my show, I created a character. Her name is Super Mammy. It's the mammy stereotype, and I just put her in all these different situations because
Give me a little of it.
I can't. I'm not even gonna. No, I will not damage your podcast in that way. It's hard to do. Don't make me do it.
Okay.
It's hard. Come see. You're gonna buy a ticket, sir. You have money. No, you're gonna buy a ticket and come see my show.
Where's your show at?
You're gonna call a theater for me and suggest they put me up. I would love.
Oh, you want me to also call the theater and buy it?
And buy the ticket.
Can we book another guest for this week's podcast?
No. I have to shoot my shot. I'm sitting here next to the mayor, so that means, first of all, I'm going to tell everybody we're best friends from now on.
Okay, that's fine.
And then if somebody messes with me, I'm just like, excuse me, I know Rom. Let me say first name.
Yeah, first. To see if there's not a lot of Roms going around.
So they'll know it's you. They won't believe me. I actually have a picture of you and I together on Instagram.
From where?
The Chicago fire event or something on the South Side.
Yeah. So tell me this. I'm serious. You're doing the shows, you're doing this character, but you also kind of do socially aware piece. And we're doing this interview. Your brother's a police officer in Chicago.
Yeah.
What neighborhood is
My brother is in 2.
He's in Second District?
Second District. He
So
was in
Hyde
12.
Park area.
Yes.
At Brownsville.
He was in 12 for years. I think he's 17 years on the force. And so now he's in 2.
So we're now doing this interview in the midst of, as you know, we had a situation in South Shore.
Yes.
You can see it from, I hope you can, or let me ask you, you can see it from both. You got a brother who's a cop.
Absolutely.
And you understand the street. So give me how you see it. I told my view on this, which is everybody, COPA will do its job to look at all the video, make sure their judgment, and then get everything out. We still have a job to do, all of us, and that's my view, is lower our voices, listen a little more, and hear other people's perspectives you may not agree with.
Yep. And that's what my brother says. My brother and I...
You debate it all the time?
We do debate all the time because...
A family discussion.
Yeah. We've had heated discussions, but my brother...
That was use of it. Family discussion was euphemism.
Right, for very heated.
How long does it take before you call him stupid?
I call him dummy every day.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll usually hang up on each other and he'll call back. Okay. My brother is born and raised on the south side of Chicago, could have easily been one of those troubled kids that he's out protecting and serving every day. So when he approaches situations, he does it with a certain amount of humanity because he could easily switch sides.
Roles, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, not to speak for him, but in conversations we've had, he believes that there needs to be more of a more community policing, understanding that the cops on the beat know these people in this community. They're aware of them so that there's not this feeling of a us against them type of situation. My brother has said time and time again, if he comes across a 12 or 14-year-old that's done something bad, he'd rather give them a hug, counsel them, and talk to them before he puts handcuffs on them.
I don't know why you're calling your brother dummy. He sounds pretty smart.
He is brilliant.
Okay, so tell me how you guys, give me the fight out. You just gave me your promo, your brother, but tell me what your guys' debate all the time is.
We debate situations like this where my brother says my brother feels like sometimes the community is so quick to judge without hearing all the facts. And my brother believes that most cops, the overwhelming majority of them, are good people.
I agree with that.
And love their job and they want everybody to be safe. So he'll say, you want us there when the bad guys, if we don't react the way you want us to, you're mad. If we do, you're mad. What do you want? So he'll ask my opinion on things. I'm like, listen, people want to be treated like human beings. And one bad apple will spoil the bunch. So if you're not going to call other cops to task that are not policing in the right way, you're also a part of the problem. And I'm like, how many times have you worked beside someone that you knew didn't have the right interaction with the community? And he said, it has happened. And I do talk to them personally. I'm like, but if you don't talk to the superiors, if you don't go deep inside of there and get rid of those attitudes, things will not get better.
You guys debate what happened over the weekend?
We did.
Did you call him a dummy too?
I call him a dummy? You know what saved him? I was happy he wasn't at work. He was on furlough. Because my thing is, had my brother been at work at 2, they probably would have been called over there.
Without a doubt.
And he would have had to been stick in hand against guys that we went to Kenwood with, that we grew up with on the South Side, that we know. But cops like him probably can make the situation a little better because he knows these guys. My brother is the type of cop that even the drug dealers and the thugs, when they see him like, yo, what up, Eric? They give him a pound because they know.
Wait a second. You're Erica and he's Eric?
Yes, we're almost twins, but not really.
What's the deal here, man? We gotta get mom and dad like a little more here to work with.
I know. Well, his nickname is Poogie, and only when I want to embarrass him, like all the cops in his district know.
Okay, so let me.
I'm sorry, we went off subject. He's an awesome cop, and his coworkers and everybody love him.
Well, I go into I just was in second the other day, so let me ask you this question. The truth is, the foot patrol, one of the things I would say is that was just done in the last 6 weeks or a month, and that's what the neighborhood asked for.
Yeah.
And so there's a bit of, you got to hear the cops. We're doing what you asked us to do.
Absolutely.
Which is to reduce a more physical presence, not driving, and B, to get rid of people that are shooting and making 71st
unsavory place, yeah. But I think that when we have a situation,
what's the other side?
Yeah. I think the other side is, if we're going to put them on the street and foot patrol, they still need to meet the community. When I was little, we loved Officer Friendly. And when I grew up thinking that all cops did was blow up balloons and draw Fred Flintstone on the chalkboard. Like, when Officer Friendly was coming, we were like in love.
Let me ask you a question to push the envelope here.
Yeah.
Isn't what that foot patrol, which was just, I feel for the commander. She was responsive. She did what she was asked to do. They were walking.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're asked to actually help. Now, I think we'll get more answers. I think the video.
Yeah.
Now, did you change? Let me ask you a question. When you saw the video, did your first impressions change to your second impressions?
My first impression is always, let's wait till the facts come, because I have a police officer in my family. And I know that I know his buddies, and I know the people he work with.
Beyond you then?
Beyond me.
You think the video was, I I think the super made a right decision there.
When I saw the video, my first thing was, why did the female cop escalate the situation? Mm-hmm. He was standing there having a conversation with the other cop. It seemed non-confrontational. We don't have audio, but I saw them standing there having a conversation the way brothers do. Mm-hmm. And then the other two cops came up and started to grab on him. And he's looking like, I've showed you my ID. We've had the conversation. Me and this brother are here. What are you all coming to take it to the next level for? And that is what my problem is when, if you're going to come in the communities, you need to know the people. If I'm going to be a beat officer, it needs to be, I'm going by saying hello to businesses, seeing what's up, who works here, hey guys, what's going on? Some type of community event where the police can be there. And
well, that does, that.
But I because
you know that happens in the 2nd District with Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I know that works.
Often.
Yeah.
It does.
It does need to happen more often.
No, it does happen.
It does. But I think for the protection of the officers as well, so that they can do their jobs effectively and feel safe. I pray every night that every CPD member comes home safe at night. I want them to come home to their babies. Mm-hmm. I don't want any officer hurt, and I don't want a civilian hurt as well. Mm-hmm. So it's a weird place to be in, but I don't think cops are always right. My brother and I argue all the time.
We've heard that.
Yeah, all the time, with love. Mm-hmm. But I love my city, and I think there are ways that we can really heal the problems that we're having. We're more alike than we are different.
We have differences.
Yeah.
But we actually share a lot more aspirations as parents for our kids, as people that live in a neighborhood wanting the same things.
Yes.
And there's enough ripping us apart.
Surely.
And that's why I said my whole thing is, everybody take a step back. Don't try to be as shrill as you can over not listening.
I know.
And while they're doing their work, our work as citizens who love our city and care about it is try to hear what the other person, and I include the media, I include the police department, community leaders, and those who don't live in South Shore, to also understand it. And if you do that, we'll just get, my hope is a little safer, a little stronger, a little smarter out of this. Can I ask you a question? Is not Donald Trump giving you a lot of material, man?
Oh my God. No, so
I know.
Why don't you just call him and tell him to go sit down somewhere? Can you just call him?
Philip Roth, who, rest his soul, just died, wrote a great book. Basically, he sees a dictator coming, the plot against America.
Okay.
10, 15 years ago. How did he see what's coming? And this is, did you ever think in your lifetime?
I never thought,
no.
This is the thing. I was one of those people that really was starting to believe the whole post-racial narrative, that we had come so far as a nation that we had learned from our mistakes and we weren't going to have these kind of crazy problems anymore. And then Trump gets in office, and I don't understand. But a lot of the people that voted him in are seeing that he doesn't necessarily have their back or their best interest at heart anymore.
I'm going to say one thing. Ready?
Yes.
There's now a 25 to 30% point gap between men and women being more negative to Trump than men.
Wow.
We're lost. Everybody knows that. We expect our mothers and our wives to say it,
and you guys
left us in 2016.
We didn't think he was going to win, Mayor. We didn't think he was going to win. You know, when you think you got it in the bag, you don't work as hard. It's like, I'm not going to study for the test. I got it.
Is that what happened at U of I?
You know what? Every time. I didn't study. You think you should be a stand-up comedian?
Okay, I want you. Here's my prediction.
Yes.
Okay, you got all these other comedians. Mm-hmm. People are going to know about Erica Watson.
Oh, thank you, Mayor.
No, I'm serious. I think you got this. I'm really proud that you decided not to follow and everybody else to go out to the West Coast or East Coast. You stayed here. You stayed in your home. And I'm serious about this. You're also giving back by holding up a mirror to all of us and trying to make us better. All right, now we got the fast round. That was a suck up.
Okay. I see. Ready? You're good at that.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Melt right here.
Yes.
I eating out of my hand.
Absolutely.
Okay, ready?
I'm going to vote for you again.
Yeah. 1.
Yes.
This is it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Lightning round.
Oh, God.
And don't act like you're running for office where you have to pick the middle, okay?
Okay, no, I will say.
Put your thumb on the scale here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thick or thin pizza? No, come on.
Thick.
Okay.
Do I look like I eat thin pizza?
No,
I look like I eat thin pizza?
I'm not touching that, man.
Okay,
somebody will write me a hate mail.
Some things you know, right? No.
All right. Cubs or Sox? No, come on.
Cubs have the hotter Dominican player. You know, I love Dominican men. There's some fine men on the Cubs. Okay, listen, that Baez, I don't even know his name, but I know he's fine. I'm learning how to speak Spanish. Hola, papi.
Yeah, you like his swing.
Yeah, he's sweet. He has a very big bat, I heard.
Say out.
They're going to cancel your podcast, Mayor. They're going to be like, you should have never brought this girl on.
You got to say, listen, if Javier is busy, I'm with Contreras.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
You can go there?
Yeah.
Sears Hancock.
Sears.
That's right.
Sears.
Lake or river?
Lake.
Okay. 12-inch or 16-inch softball?
Oh, some things can be too big. 12 is fine. You know, people ask for big things. No, your photographer is like, you know what?
I want to welcome everybody to Chicago.
This is going to be the last podcast.
They're pulling it.
I know.
But let me say this. It's going down in the ball of fame, man.
We're going down good.
This is good. This is a good.
If this was your final podcast,
this is it, man.
I think you made a great choice.
You think I got a chance at open mics on Thursday night?
You know, but that would be so
I need
cool.
I need my kind of sidekick that I need to work off of.
I can be your Andy Richter, your Conan.
All right, Erica Watson, the sister of Eric
Watson. He is going to be so mad that I talked about him on this podcast. I'm telling you. And the thing is, you know what? When you meet him, I'm telling you, Mayor, you're going to love him.
Chicago Stories.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Comedian on the go.
You've been listening to Chicago Stories with Mayor Emanuel. You can subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts and tweet your guest ideas using hashtag ShyStories. Thanks for listening.